Chris Christie's doing a town hall event in New Hampshire because he thinks he's running for president. So he's going to talk about the NSA legislation. Now, Rand Paul, who's also running for president in the Republican side, for example, wants to rein in the NSA because he doesn't think that they should spy in on innocent Americans. Now, that's a position that a lot of people in the country agree with. In fact, a majority of the people in the country agree with that, liberals, conservatives, libertarians alike. But Chris Christie has the establishment position, which is, no, we must spy in on everybody. We have to assume people are guilty until proven otherwise, and we have to live in a constant state of terror. So he's going to explain that. Now, you're going to see this first clip here, and it's going to look like he's actually on our side. Hold. All right, let's watch.
The thing that's demoralizing to me is I really think that there's so many sectors of our country who haven't forgotten 9/11. Everyone will always remember 9/11, but have forgotten what 9/11 felt like. I can remember a week afterwards, they canceled our kids' soccer games for a week. The next week, we had soccer again. I can remember standing on this big open field in our suburban town in New Jersey, and an airplane flew overhead, and we all jerked up and looked up. We never used to do that. And we don't do it now. We did it then. That's what I'm talking about. What did it feel like to us? That's what terror does to you. Terror changes not only the way you act, but the way you feel. It steals. All these people were talking about liberty. How did that attack steal our liberty? We acted differently. We conducted our lives differently. We were reticent. We were scared to do things as a people. That's a stealing of our liberty, too. And so that's why I feel so strongly about this intelligence part of it.
So it sounds like he's saying that don't let the terrorists steal our liberty, right? No, it turns out he's saying the opposite. He's saying, wasn't it great when we were scared out of our minds? And when there was a plane, oh gosh, think what happened? Remember when the terrorists terrorized us? Wasn't that awesome? Okay. So now let me give you the rest of what he said so you understand the context. He said, quote, all these people are talking about liberty. How did that attack steal our liberty? We acted differently. We conducted our lives differently. We were reticent. We were scared. So not saying that in a way that's negative. He's saying like that. We were scared. It was great. Let's go back to being scared. Right after 9/11, we've forgotten how to get scared. Now he says, wait, now hold on. There are going to be some who are going to come before you and are going to say, oh, no, 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 no. This is not what the founders intended. The founders made sure that the first obligation of the American government was to protect the lives of the American people. So he's saying, look, I want the NSA to spy in on you guys because we should all be as scared as we were the week after 9/11 and make sure that we safeguard us. Now, people object and say the founding fathers were in favor of liberty, but actually they wanted to make sure that they protected our lives, that was more important. Well, all right, let's go to our founding father and see if that's true or not. Oh, look at this. I've got a quote from Patrick Henry. Give me liberty or give me death. So now he's not done yet. He's not convinced about that. So now let's show you what he said afterwards.
And we can do this in a way that's smart and cost-effective and protects civil liberties. But you know, you can't enjoy your civil liberties if you're in a coffin. This is a big thing.
You can't enjoy your civil liberties if you're in a coffin. In other words, oh my God, they're going to kill us all! This guy is proud of basically being a bedwetter, right? He's so panicked. Oh, I'm so scared that the terrorists are going to terrorize me. Take away my liberties. I don't want to be in a coffin. I don't want to be in a coffin. Now, he said this in the great state of New Hampshire, where the motto is, live free or die.
You and I were talking about this earlier. I'm actually really surprised at how stupid Chris Christie is. No, like you and I agreed before we were talking about it, and we thought he was somewhat clever in the sense that politically he might be able to get ahead in a Republican primary. He could push the right buttons. He has that facade of like, I'm a tough guy and I'm a straight talker. No, it turns out he's flailing in the wind. He doesn't know what he's doing. He literally said the opposite of what the Founding Fathers said, and he thought, I'm making a great point that you need to hear.
No, but we're not done beating up on Chris Christie. Let's show more videos and make more fun of him. Okay, let's go next.
This is a big debate in Congress right now, and different courts have expressed their views on the program too. But right now, that debate is dominated by intellectual purists worried about theoretical abuses that have not occurred, instead of the real threats that we've already seen from Garland, Texas, to Fort Dix, New Jersey. If you're an ordinary law-abiding American, this legislation has absolutely no effect on you, except for this. It could prevent the next attack from taking place in our country and killing our fellow citizens. Absolutely no one has one real example of our intelligence services misusing this program for political or other nefarious purposes.
That's my response. I have a few examples here, Chris. Let's see. The NSA spied on Congress, Xbox Live, because they thought the Taliban was using it. Here's one of my favorites. They spied on porn habits to discredit radicalizers. They spied on the Pope, the Vatican, French citizens, the president of Brazil, because why not, their exes. In fact, they even had a name for it. It was Love Int. So an NSA person would be spying on their ex, and the other NSA guy would be, I'm going to go grab a sandwich. You want to come with me? No, I'm spying on my ex, dude. It's all right. It was so common that they had a name for it. Love Int. Everybody was doing it. And also, an audit of the NSA found 2,776 violations in 1 year alone. But as Chris Christie says, there was no abuse. They weren't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, but Kyle, can you name a single instance of it?
Only 2,776.
All right, one more, Christie.
When Edward Snowden revealed our intelligence secrets to the world in 2013, civil liberties extremists seized that moment to advance their very own narrow agenda. They want you to think that there's a government agent listening in every time you pick up the phone or Skype with your grandkids. They want you to think our intelligence community are the bad guys. Let's be clear. All these fears are exaggerated and ridiculous.
I wonder what he would have called Patrick Henry. Civil liberties extremist. I believe give me liberty or give me death is as close to extremist as you get.
How does anybody use that term and think that they're making a good point? The only position that makes sense, either you believe in civil liberties or you do not. To call somebody a civil liberties extremist means he's saying, if you believe in civil liberties, you're an extremist.
No, but I love this because this is the party that runs on freedom. We're America. We believe in freedom, right? Unless you're a freedom extremist.